So hello and welcome to my next chess video. This time I show you the game between Quazer or Quazer 0.4 versus Komodo 11. Komodo is black, Quazer is white. And I gave them the starting position and Quazer placed the move e4. And now we could have some e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5 or bishop c4, some roue or some scotch probably, or some Russian or Petrov, or some French action. Or some Sicilian action, or I don't know, a lot of options for Komodo here. Komodo is calculating the move e6. And Quazer was calculating the line, the Russian defense. So let's see. e6, d5, d4, e4, c4. This could be an option. c3, knight here, knight there. Whoa! Komodo goes for the Sicilian defense. So we have some Sicilian action. Let's see what Quazer goes. Probably for the open Sicilian. d6. Knight takes. Maybe we see the knight orf or the classical Sicilian. Let's see what they come up with. We could also see some Taimanov. Or some other Sicilian with d5, maybe the Kalashnikov Sicilian, which I kind of like. Or let's see what Komodo comes up with. What's the best kind of Sicilian according to Komodo 11? Maybe he's going for the Kalashnikov. Or maybe here even e6 or knight here is possible. So probably knight takes, pawn takes, and e5 followed by that kind of continuation. c4, knight here, b3, bishop there, d5, en passant, queen takes or something like this. I don't know. We will see. Or maybe Komodo goes for something else, some other kind of Sicilian, maybe with d6 or e6. This is all possible, has all been seen before, those kind of moves. Maybe even some hyper accelerated dragon with g6, but I don't like when this kind of stuff happens. Then you have to block with the knight, but then maybe e5. Knight cannot go forward, so the knight has to go backwards. So probably this is not what Komodo wants, because this seems better. But maybe after this you can go for that, and if you wanna keep this pawn, but if you go here, then maybe e6 takes, and bishop there pins the queen to the king. So that's why after this move queen should go there, but then you can harass it again with knight here. So maybe even this is possible. Let's see. One of those moves will be played, which I highlighted. See what Komodo goes for. And let's see if Quazer goes for the open Sicilian. Okay, we have the move knight c6 on the board. So maybe now d4 or bishop b5 is also kind of interesting. This is the Neshmedinov-Rossolomio attack. You can play the move here, knight to here, knight takes, pawn takes, d3, a3, bishop there probably, b4 not immediately because of bishop to d5, but you can go here first. Then maybe c6, pawn takes, knight takes, b4, bishop there and bishop there. This could be an option. Other option after bishop b5 is to go a6, and after takes you take with the d pawn. This is also kind of possible, but you can also go for the open Sicilian with d4, takes, knight takes, and then probably e6, e5, e6, e5, or knight to here. The Sveshnikov is this is called the Sveshnikov, I think. Knight takes, pawn takes, e5, knight here, c4, knight here, probably to go to e6. This is also kind of possible. But let's see, Quazer is calculating the move bishop b5, followed by e5, which is kind of weird, followed by castling. This is Quazer's line, and Komodo's line is after bishop b5. No, Komodo's line is knight c6, knight c3, e6 d4, e6 d4. So kind of Taimanov Sicilian. Komodo wants to play the Taimanov, but Quazer plays the delayed alapin. After knight c6 plays the delayed alapin variation, and Komodo maybe goes for d5 here. At least he's calculating d5. Let's see what the delayed alapin is all about. But I think d5 is not the main move here, because then the knight here is misplaced, I think. But okay, let's see what's... I will go g3, g6 here, and after takes, go bishop here, but then I don't know. Maybe white gets a lot and a very big center. So probably this is not what Komodo wants to. So we have c3, d5, knight here is also possible. This kind of continuation. So has also seen before. Has been seen before. But let's go with Komodo's line. If Komodo plays d5, then it can't be that wrong. Pawn takes, queen takes, and then maybe d4, followed by bishop there. Pawn takes, queen takes. I don't know. Maybe even we had some stem game of the alapin, which went like, I don't know, the knight wasn't on c6, but which went something like this, you know. And then, yeah, white was up a pawn, but black managed to Fritz 6 versus Monarch, was this, or Monarch versus Fritz 6, and I also had this have this game on my channel, and or not, I think it was Deep Fritz versus Deep Fritz with white versus the Monarch with black or something. I don't know, at least I have this game on my channel. But here, maybe the move knight here is good. It at least wins back the pawn because it's also threatening this pawn right here. So probably takes b5, followed by knight to e6, maybe. So this is also kind of possible. d4. Okay, Quazer calculates the other main line with knight f6. So one of these moves will be played, either d5 or knight to f6. Both of them are possible in this delayed alapin variation. So let's see what white is going for here, what black is going for here. Komodo spends a lot of time on his next move and is calculating the move d5. Let's see what both engines think about this position. Equal, so yeah, Komodo played the move d5. He takes d5, queen takes d5 and d4. Maybe knight f6 then. Pawn takes, queen takes, and then c4. Give the knight a square. Bishop here probably, or even bishop there. No, bishop here. Knight here. Rook there. Queen somewhere, probably here, attacking the b-pawn. But maybe the b-pawn is left on the board. So knight here. Now I could get rid of the queens, but after all that you have this fork, so this kind of doesn't work. We have e takes d5. Of course now queen takes d5. And now d4. And Komodo says e5 is after d4 a good move. e5. If takes. I don't know. e5. No, you have this check there, though. Bishop here. Knight takes. Queen takes. But then castling. Maybe bishop is... No. Bishop here threatening mate. This is probably, but f4 I kind of don't want to play because it weakens this diagonal right here. And after g6 and maybe h5 followed by h4, and you really don't want to take this pawn because of knight f6, and now you cannot really move the bishop, or you can take it anyway because rook takes is coming, so you have to play h5 here. Then probably something like this, threatening the bishop. Rook here, castles, bishop takes. No, castles is also not possible, so probably not bishop here. But b6 looks a little slow, so probably bishop there, rook there, castling. Now there is no discovery. Yeah, probably you can take this pawn. No, you can't because of queen takes. I really don't know. You don't have any good discoveries. Probably bishop there. Then queen here. No, queen cannot go there. Queen cannot go there. Queen cannot go there. Yeah, probably this is a good discovery. Queen goes here. It's the only move I see. we have some dull endgame. Komodo is calculating some dull endgame here with queen takes queen, king takes queen. Now probably bishop there. 97, I will play the bishop there. It at least regains, I don't know. Bishop here, knight here. Bishop here, castling, probably with check. King there. And now knight here, followed by knight here. So h3, probably take, no. Probably bishop there. Bishop there, bishop there. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes, bishop here. It seems even to me. But we have this dull endgame. Maybe knight e7 immediately, followed by knight to g6. So bishop f4 then, knight g6, bishop there, and bishop here. Most probably something like this. And black gets the pawn back and has a good position. Probably king here anyway, but then you get this doubled f pawn, but you have the bishop pair. So probably something like this. Knight cannot go here because of bishop there, and then the knight is trapped. So knight has to go back. Then maybe this move. Knight goes back again, and bishop there, or something like this. And it's probably around equal, because white has a shadowed pawn structure, but has the bishop pair. So okay. But Komodo goes for something else. Komodo goes not for knight e7. Komodo goes for bishop to e6. Probably castling. Fast now. I would still go bishop f4. Castles. King here. Knight there. Probably something like knight here. Maybe knight here even. Bishop there. And bishop here. And maybe bishop there. Something like this, but then white is still up a pawn. Okay, we don't have bishop f4. We have bishop e6 and bishop e3. Adding more pressure to this pawn. But now knight e7 or knight h6 or something. Knight h6. Yeah, but after knight h6 you can just swap it off. And then it's black with the bad pawn structure. But black has the bishop pair. But this is what Komodo is calculating. Let's see both evaluations. Komodo thinks it's better for white, and Quazer also thinks it's better for white. So what is Komodo 11 doing? I spent a lot of money on this engine, so it should be better than Quazer. Bishop e6, bishop e3. We have knight takes, knight h6. I would still take it. Pawn takes, and go for something like knight here. Bishop there, and knight here. And if ever b4, then knight here wins the pawn, because this is a check. So b4 is not quite possible, but you can just castle. Knight here, check, queen there, king there. Yeah, but now the knight is pinned and is gonna be lost. So probably after castling, probably king c2. You can always go knight here, check. Well, not really, but okay, you can just swap it off also. And castle king side. Let's see if Komodo can hold this to a draw. But okay, we don't have this takes there. We have to move h3. Now probably the idea was knight to f5, attacking the bishop. Bishop moves there. And now maybe h4. Stop g5, because if g5 now you just take it, and you cannot take back because the rook in the corner is hanging. So h5 after the bishop moves somewhere. Probably bishop f4. Yeah, Quazer is not a bad engine. I never played against Quazer though. But I will after this game. I will play a game against Quazer. Let's see what he's going for. What it is going for. Now I will go for bishop f4, f4 here, h5. This looks quite normal to me. And now maybe knight bd2. Oh, Quazer goes for knight bd2 immediately. But now I think this is not better for white anymore after takes, because this doubled isolated pawn is gonna fall. Probably g6 now. And you can't really defend this pawn. King here, bishop there. The only move is knight here to defend it, but then you can just swap it off. Takes, 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 and we have opposite colored bishops endgame, so this should be a draw. Maybe even slightly better for black because of this weakness here. But we will see what Komodo is coming up with. Probably this endgame is even better for black because of the bishop pair. Let's see both evaluations, because this is very interesting now. Komodo thinks it's equal and Quazer thinks it's much better for white. So let's see. I would go for g6 now. But Komodo goes for castling queenside. Now this knight is pinned. What is Quazer doing? Probably king here. King c2. g6. e5. Bishop here. Knight here. Bishop takes. Pawn takes. Knight takes. Knight takes. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Rook here. Bishop there, rook gives a check, king goes here, and rook takes there, and it should be equal. This kind of line should be equal. But the other option was also equal. Probably not e4. Here probably something like rook to the d file. Now if bishop there, knight here, bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes, rook here check, But now you cannot go here. You can go here, though, to defend this pawn. So rook here, check. Now you could maybe go after that pawn, and if you push it, then take this pawn, and if you defend it, then the bishop is hanging, so you might go this one. But okay, we don't have this. This would be equal. Because of the opposite colored bishops, yeah, white would be up a pawn, but it's opposite colored bishops, so it should be equalish. But we don't have g6, we have a kind of faster move. We have to move bishop here. So now let's see how the bishop pair is working. So now probably e4. f6 takes e5, no, not e5, and not f6. I wouldn't play f6. Yeah, it's an extra pawn, but it's a doubled isolated pawn, so bishop e7. Bishop e7. We also have the move king c2. Bishop e7. What to play after e4? Also bishop c4 is... I wouldn't play e4. I would try and get rid of the bishop pair. So takes. But now probably bishop here is the idea to attack this pawn, but right now it's defended by the knight. Bishop c4. Probably white doesn't wanna capture here because it develops the knight. So probably checking here, but then this move. I really don't know. Bishop here probably. Then defends the pawn, pins this pawn. Now we have this bishop f5. e4 now by Quazer, most probably, and let's see both evaluations. 0-13, maybe slightly better for white, but I don't know. Bishop f5, e4, bishop g6, h4, probably to try and trap the bishop. H4, maybe h5 now to stop this, but then the knight maybe hops in here, attacks this pawn twice. This would be a fork, so maybe h3, h4, h5 and bishop here, but then you kind of lose that pawn. Then bishop here, bishop goes back probably. I don't know, 2 pawns is a little bit much, so you kind of have to go for this. Knight here, f6, pawn takes, bishop takes, knight here, forks the rooks, bishop takes, rook here, the other rook, because then the pawn is hanging. So bishop there, probably bishop e4 now. Yeah, it's opposite colored bishops, so black should hold this, but let's see. Bishop g6. I will go for h4. But okay, there are also other options. For example, the option a4, which Quazer, or rook fe1, a4. But what does a4 do? Probably the rook is coming in here to add more pressure to this pawn. Now bishop here maybe. bishop there and knight here, and now you don't have this b4 move anymore, so this pawn is good, is very nicely defended. Maybe king here now to go h6, a5, b5, a6, b5. Yeah, we have to move a4. Maybe king c7 immediately. King c7. Rook h e1. Rook h e1. Okay, this is an emergency case, so this Komodo has to be stockfish now to win this. But Quazer is playing good chess here, I have to say. Let's see both evaluations. Yeah, it should be slightly better for black. So what do we have? You have here king c7, rook h e1 or rook a e1. One of those moves will be played, probably. Let's go with rook a e1. And let's see. To maybe go b5, but then this is stopped in its tracks. No, it's not, because now you can take with the knight. So probably I will go with this rook, so that you can push a5 here. Here, okay, but we have the other rook to the e file, not to the d file. So rook here. Let's see. Rook h e8. g4 now is calculated. g4. Bishop there, and there is no defense against knight takes pawn here. So you might as well give it up that way. And this, I'm sorry, but this should be a draw. This should be a draw. Maybe even knight here, but then you can defend with knight here. Defends the pawn, and there should be no problems. Also, for example, a nothing move, this one, you have this tactical shot with, I don't know, takes the rook, takes, and this also should be even. Even Steven. Yeah, well, it could even be better for black here. Oh, this is a check, so you kind of lose the knight also. Okay, that's kind of bad, so this has to be avoided from white. So we have g4, and now I will play bishop f8, but let's see what Komodo comes up with. Also Quazer will play bishop f8, but h6 is what Komodo played. Let's see both evaluations again. Okay, yeah, black is under pressure, so, but to beat Komodo seems pretty hard, I guess. So h6. By Komodo. And I will smoke a cigarette now and make a short break. Okay, I'm back. We have some moves here. We have the move h4, rook here, and h4. Bishop there, and rook here, so maybe doubling on the d-file. Yeah, Komodo is not playing very precise moves, I guess. So yeah, this is better for white. I cannot believe it, but Komodo is going to lose this game probably. Now a6 is calculated by Komodo. a6, b4, I don't know. But white can't do that much either. It's probably doubling on the d-file or rook to e1. Komodo has kind of a fortress. But how to squeeze here? How to squeeze? This is a Magnus. This is a Magnus position for white. White has some space advantage and some other advantages. So let's see, rook h to g1. Okay, trying to go for this break. Probably takes f6, takes. This one takes, and rook here. I don't know, you have to defend the pawn here. So this move, then probably that move, exchange everything. This doesn't work because the rook would hang then. So maybe Komodo has some deep plans here. So this kind of stuff doesn't work. But rook here to defend, and then I don't know. h6 doesn't work. But rook here also doesn't work. No, but rook can take a pawn. So after this, so probably not f6, probably g5 now, but then takes en passant, takes, and g5 anyway. But then whites get rid of a lot of problems here. I think it's a draw. Just snap this knight off, rook takes, and this doubled pawns. I think it's a draw. The knight can hop in here, and the bishop could go there. No, it cannot, because you can just take it. The pawn is pinned, so the bishop has to go all the way back, and then you can maybe imprison it with that move. But I don't know that either. Probably you cannot do this. But you can maybe go for b5. In that position, pawn takes b5, and then maybe go for some c4 action, and it should be even. It should be even, Steven. Maybe here. Maybe that move. Threatening this fork, but then rook here. Takes, bishop takes, rook takes, then maybe that move. And I don't know, but this is this enough to win the game? I don't know. Komodo is calculating g5. And Quazer is calculating my move with f6. H takes g6 is now, yeah. So we are in my line. Quazer calculates h takes g6. Let's see. H takes g6, g4. Takes. Knight here. Maybe even this immediately. Rook here. Pawn takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. And now e5. b4, b takes, b takes. e6, this kind of stuff. But then the pawn is gonna be lost. So probably after this, that taking here. Going there, takes, and how is this endgame? Black has one remaining pawn, white has two remaining pawns. So yeah, we have this bishop takes g6 now, most probably. I think this is, I don't know. I really don't. It's better for white, but can you win this with white? I doubt it. But let's see. Let's see what else. So wait. Rook takes. King here. Rook takes there, attacking the knight. Knight here. Now you have two pawns, so you cannot. Rook takes c5, king has to go there, and now you have two pawns for the pawn. So I don't know. Should be winning for white, this kind of stuff. So maybe not b5 here. So maybe rook here immediately. Then this kind of stuff. Rook here, check, so knight has to go back, and then maybe a5 followed by a4. Rook here, takes, b4, king here, king there, king here. This kind of end game, of course, taking with check. No. b5 doesn't work, so maybe king here. And then white has to do something. Probably knight back. b5 takes, king here. This takes. But the knight goes in here. With a check. King there, or no, king there probably. Knight here, knight here, king here, knight here, but this should be a draw. It should be a draw. You cannot force the king outside of the corner, and if you push, then it's stalemate. And if you don't push, then the king, yeah, it survives. But we don't have this. This would be drawish, I guess. This kind of continuation. We have not g5. We have rook h1. So let's see. Okay, we don't have this. We have that. Bishop g5 to defend the pawn. Now knight b3 is calculated. Attacking this pawn. And if you defend it that way, then this pawn hangs. So, but how you defend this pawn? If you defend with the king, then this one comes. and then it falls. So knight b3 is kind of a good move. Kind of good move here. Quazer is finding a good move. But what about b4? Takes. Yeah. b4 is too meek, probably. Yeah, but king here works, because... So king b6 after knight b3. King b6, defending this pawn. Now the knight... I don't know. Okay. So bishop g5. What else can you do? e6 maybe. Takes. Bishop takes. Rook here. Takes the bishop. Bishop goes there. Bishop takes. Pawn takes. But then rook takes suddenly comes. Rook here. Bishop, knight takes pawn. Pawn takes. Rook here, rook here. Rook here, rook takes. Rook takes. And this one. And this should be, I'm sorry, but this should be a dead draw. Probably not b5, but this should be a dead draw. So e6 is admitting a draw, I guess. But what to do here? e6, f takes e6, knight takes g5. F takes e6, knight takes g5. Pawn takes g5, maybe rook here to attack the bishop, but then rook there. Defends the bishop and the pawn, but then... Oh, this pawn is still pinned. But I don't know, some king move and then this is threatened. So let's see. e6, pawn takes e6, knight takes g5, pawn takes g5. Bishop takes here. Rook there. Bishop cannot go here. Already had this. Bishop here. Bishop here. But then the knight may jump in here, attacking this pawn. Have to defend it. Now maybe b5. Takes. I don't know. Should be even. Should be even. Let's see both evaluations again. Even or white is winning. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. This game. Is Komodo losing against Quazer? This would be nearly unbelievable. H takes g5. Okay, we have this. Knight takes g5. Knight takes g5 we have. Pawn takes g5. And now maybe bishop takes e6. Rook here. Bishop there. Knight here. Rook there. b4. Maybe b6 now. b4. b5. I don't know if you can win this with white. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. I know that this is better for white, but I don't know how much. Maybe knight here to maybe get some active rook there. But then you might... No. Then maybe king goes out of the pin. looks somehow drawish to me. Well, the king can run in here. So let's try this. Yeah, but if ever king here, then rook takes there and it should be a draw. I don't see a win for white. I don't see a win for white. Maybe here takes, knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, rook here, pawn here, there check, followed by this move. Bishop takes, rook here, attacking this pawn, counter attack. Rook takes, king takes, rook takes here. It should be a draw. It should be a draw. Yeah, we have this knight g5, a knight to e5. So knight e5. Now by Komodo. Probably rook here to defend. Bishop f5. Also okay. Bishop takes. We have with that move. First bishop f5. I don't know. You don't want to take it. That's for sure. So leave it that way. A very nice blockade. So maybe rook here. Bishop takes. Knight takes. h5. No, this doesn't work. Because the knight is also on it. But maybe rook here check. King here. King there. This kind of stuff. No. Knight here. Okay, we don't have this. We have that move, defending the bishop that way. But now I would just take it. Rook takes or knight takes. Probably rook takes. And after this check you can exchange again. And if ever this, then that, and you cannot defend the pawn anymore. Oh well, you can with knight here. But then the king is maybe quite fast. b5 takes, king here, and it should again be a draw. I don't know, maybe this is even winning for black. I don't know if the b-pawn draws. Probably it does. But I just see draws here in this endgame. Let's see, okay, a5, locking down the queen side. Now c4. Black has a very nice blockade here. Blockades that pawn. This pawn, the king might go up and take it. So, But now bishop takes, rook here check. Followed by king there. b5 takes. Knight here check. This is awesome. This is an awesome checkmate now. The king has nowhere to go, So you have to take the knight, and then rook here check, followed by mate. So this doesn't work. You cannot go after the a pawn. Okay, what did we have? Yeah, we have probably b5 or b3. Free, doesn't really matter. Takes, king takes. I would take with the king. Also, knight takes b3 is kind of possible. Yeah, we have knight takes b3. And let's again see both evaluations. Is it winning for white or is it a draw? I think black can hold this. Komodo should be able to hold this. Okay, we don't have this check here. And we don't have this takes here. We have that move, that move, that move, and that move. And now rook here. Knight c4. Knight c4 now. But what about this? Rook here, rook there, rook takes, king takes, knight takes. Okay, with check. So you cannot go here anyway, because the knight and the pawn is covering it. So the knight nicely blockades. The rooks are on superb files, so probably bishop takes. Oh no, the rook just moves back. Now maybe b6, a takes, king takes. And now black has a passed a pawn as well. Yeah, but it should be a draw. I'm looking forward to the rematch. This time Komodo 11 will be white and Quazer will be black, but let's see if Komodo can really hold this. I will take this bishop at some point. Takes. You cannot push here. Okay, we don't have b6. We have the move rook here. Another rook comes to the back rank. Bishop e8. Blocking. Knight here maybe. Knight here to here to push. So let's say knight here. Then knight here back probably. Then king goes up. I don't know, it looks so that there could be something for white. Rook here. Bishop there. Rook here. But now you can get rid of this bishop probably. Takes, takes, takes. Should be a draw. It should terribly be a draw now. So after takes you kind of have to take with this pawn. But then you can go after the c pawn. No, you cannot, because the bishop is always en prise. Okay, we have move repetition probably. Knight here back. King a2. And what now? Rook d6, d1. Rook d6, d1. Probably not rook here. Probably rook there now. Rook takes, bishop here, takes, 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 check. Yeah, but this should be a draw. But we don't have this. We have the rook going in here. Now what happened? Knight here. Knight takes here. Knight here, check. Probably, but then you can... Okay. Rook here. Rook takes h7, rook takes h7. King here. I don't know, I don't see a win here. But let's see both evaluation, because this was pretty fast here. Yeah. Rook here blocking. Okay. We have this rook here blocking. But now it's equal on pawns. Rook here. Probably bishop there. Or rook there. Okay. Now what? Rook e7, knight f3. Check. King here I will go. Threatening the knight, so the knight kind of has to go back. Knight takes g5. Okay, this was the whole point of this. Taking the g-pawn. What about king here? White is back on track. But Komodo thinks it's holdable for black. Knight here. Very nice square for the knight. But what about king here now? Well, then knight here. King here. Knight takes. Bishop takes. Rook takes. Bishop takes. Shouldn't be that great. So king here, knight here. Maybe now going for the bishop. Rook h3 check. King here. Knight here. King there. Knight where? Takes, takes, takes. Now h6. It's very close though to winning, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Also this move is possible. Takes, takes. Should be a draw, should be a draw. Okay, what do we have? We have rook all the way. Okay, we have rook all the way back. King here. Rook there. King here. Rook here. It's white's move. 3 against 2 pawns. c4. Let's again see both evaluations. Komodo thinks it's a draw. Quazer thinks it's probably winning. a3. This one. King f6. b4. Wow, b4 is a cool move. Takes, takes, bishop here, bishop there. a4 check we have. After this, a4. King here, now it's fast. Bishop has to go back. Another cannot go there, cannot go there. Ah. Rook here, it's close. It's very close to winning. But I think it isn't. I think it is not winning. So rook takes, bishop takes. I think it is a draw. Let's see what Quazer says about this. Komodo zeros it, and Quazer doesn't believe it. Still thinks it's... Yeah, but it is a draw. It is definitely a draw now. King here, bishop there. So king somewhere. Yeah, it is a draw. Komodo survived it. Komodo survived it. Quazer. Good game, but this is a draw. Have to say, this is a dead draw. Very nice and very interesting game. And Komodo didn't manage to beat Quazer. Okay, let's see the rematch. Takes d5, e5, pawn takes queen. Yeah, this is kind of... Yeah, this is squeeze. Quazer really was pushing, but there was no win, nowhere. Komodo really managed to hold this. Superb endgame play by Komodo, but also superb game by Quazer. And this giving up the bishop is very nice, very nice. Here, rook takes bishop, king here, king takes one pawn, and this a pawn is drawing because you have to give it up at some point. And if, for example, after this move, if here, then just play the move a3, threatening to queen, so you have to take, and now king takes, and yeah, the material isn't enough to mate the black king, so it's a draw. It's just a draw. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Ciao.